What is going on, everybody? This is Luke Voorhees. You are watching Luke's Life Lifting, and this is the first episode in the Year to Yoked series. So this is going to be the first episode in the Year to Yoked series. Instead of doing your typical day in the life, I'm going to do weekly updates and include a day in the life kind of diet, but also show you what I do throughout the week. Throughout the week, I'll track my progress, weight, how I'm feeling in the gym, what kind of cardio I'm doing, if I do a weird kind of cardio, maybe if I try a weird recovery method, so I'll talk about that kind of stuff. So to start off, I want to run through just what a basic day in the life, quick summary, recap, look over real quick what a day in the life for me actually looks like. Wake up, weigh myself, make French toast. Start my day. Schoolwork, maybe go to class depending on the day of week. Finish sometime in the afternoon. Eat lunch. Go to the gym, work out hard, weights for a while, cardio for a while. All right, so we are in my car outside the gym. We have terrible lighting and terrible audio, but we're gonna do it anyway. Today is Saturday, which means it is leg day. So leg day is the day where I have the least amount of motivation to show up to the gym, which means I need the most amount of encouragement. So I've had my bang, I've listened to my hype music. I'm all excited. I'm gonna go have a good workout and share some of it with you.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boys.
Okay, so some important notes on the squat. As I'm moving through kind of helping Emily with her squat, she's never squatted before. I'm asking her how it's going, if she's feeling in her legs, and she's saying no. And that brought up something interesting I wanted to talk about, which is the mind-muscle connection. So when she's doing a squat and she says she's not feeling it in her legs, that doesn't mean the squat's not working. And if you're doing the same thing, that doesn't mean the squat's not working. What it means is you just don't have a good development of your mind-muscle connection. So as you move through more reps and you think about contracting the muscle more, you're going to feel it more in your quads, in your butt. So when you think about the contraction, you're going to feel it a lot more. But just because you think about it and feel it more doesn't necessarily mean you're getting a better workout, a better rep. As long as you're still putting the weight on the bar and doing the motions, eventually that mind-muscle connection will develop as you develop your squat. And that applies to a lot of other exercises, especially the main compound movements. The more you do, the more you develop, the more you're going to feel, and the more you're going to be into the workout and improve.
It sound right, boy.
Sound right, boy. It sound right, boy.
Dinner. Maybe do a little more work, maybe just hang around. Protein ice cream. The time is now 3 o'clock and I'm going to go to the gym pretty soon, but first I need a snack. So I'm going to make something I make about every day, a serving of protein ice cream. Protein ice cream is something that got pretty popular in the dieting and fitness community recently. It started by Greg Doucette, of course, and I've taken his recipe, added and taken away to it, and what I try to do is just mainly have fun with it. So today we're going to try a recipe that I haven't tried before. I like to go and pick up samples of protein powders just to try new stuff. So we're trying a new one today called Strawberry Shortcake by BodyTech. Not sponsored, never had it before, so we'll see how it goes. And we're going to make a strawberry shortcake themed protein ice cream. So the first thing you're going to need, of course, is a Ninja blender. There's nothing better. As Coach Greg says, blend harder than last time. Beyond that, we need a serving of protein powder. Usually I do my protein ice cream with 2 servings of protein powder, but this is just going to be 33 grams, 1 serving, 24 grams of protein. Usually I do double that, but I am working on a recipe for a tres leches cake, a anabolic tres leches cake, high in protein, low in calories. And that's in the fridge for tonight, so I'm going to cut this recipe about in half of what I usually do to save on some calories for when I try that later, and hopefully I'll get to share that on the channel in the next couple weeks. So after our protein powder, I like to add some sugar-free Jell-O. Going to go in with about 6 or 7 grams of that. Nothing has to be perfect in the kitchen, just have to hit certain ranges with these weights. There's not really a direct science to it. After that, I'm going to add some Xanthan Gum, pretty popular ingredient in the community. I'm just going to add about a gram of it. You don't need much, and it does a lot. A little goes a long way with this stuff. Then next, I'm going to add my frozen fruit. I'm using strawberries, and I'm probably going to go in with 200 grams, which is going to come out to be 80 calories. So the thing with this ice cream is the frozen fruit, since it's so low in calories, saves you a lot of calories, but adds a lot of volume. So the whole concept behind this protein ice cream is low calorie, high volume food. There we go, just a little over 200 grams. Then I'm going to add my almond milk next, and I'm going to go in with about 100 grams of this, maybe 125. Like I said, there's no perfect measurements for these, and if I need more, I add more, but it's easier to add than take away, right? All right, so for this particular recipe, since we're doing a strawberry shortcake flavored protein powder, it just makes sense to me to add some of this Walden Farms sweet cream, just to add a little bit of creaminess and maybe kind of some of that whipped cream on top of the strawberry shortcake kind of vibes in there. This Walden Farm stuff is great, 0 calorie. Is the flavor amazing? No. But is it 0 calories and adds some flavor and sweetness? Yes. So we're going to throw this in there. I'm not going to do much, maybe about 5 grams of that, maybe 7. And another thing I like to throw in just for sweetness and a little extra flavor is some Miss Butterworth sugar-free, 10 calories per 2 tablespoons. So just going to throw in about 10 grams of that. Nothing crazy. Finally, I'll add some ice. And the amount of ice I add is proportional to the amount of ice cream I end up in the end. So since I'm doing half serving, I'm getting ready to go work out. I don't really want a giant gallon of ice cream, so this might actually end up making a lot more than I want, so I might not eat all of it. But that's a good thing, right? Can't eat all the ice cream. Never had that problem before, protein ice cream. So in our Ninja blender, we go ahead and blend it up. So it is done blending, and you can tell it's done when it is big and fluffy like this. You can tell with the spoon. It is perfect. You could almost say that it looks just like regular ice cream that's been sitting out on a hot day. And a cool thing that's done with this is, you know, right here, this is not thin ice cream. This stuff right here is big, it's full, it's dense. I could probably get a pump with it. This stuff is no joke. And the point, like I said, with this is low calorie, high density food. So this is going to fill me up pretty quick. And I did some math here while this was blending, and this is sitting around 200, 250 calories for this whole blender, which is pretty impressive ratio considering it has 24 grams of protein. So 250 calories, all this protein ice cream, you can't go wrong with it. It's a lethal weapon for weight loss. And I usually don't have it at this time in the afternoon. Usually I have it around 6 or 7 o'clock after dinner when I get hungry again, and this will hold me over till the morning and even after that. So sometimes you can eat a whole blender of this stuff and not want to eat again until noon the next day. That's how filling this stuff really is. So in terms of my workouts every week, I go to the gym usually 6 days a week, sometimes 5 if I'm having a rough week. And I do a 2-day week split. So I do chest, shoulders Mondays and Thursdays, back bicep Tuesdays and Fridays, legs Wednesdays and Saturdays. Sometimes I'll switch that up if I'm getting bored, but usually that's the routine that I maintain. Every day I do some form of cardio for a minimum of 45 minutes, whether it be walking, which I usually try to pick something else because walking doesn't burn as many calories. My typical go-to cardio at the moment, 15% incline walking on a treadmill at a pace of about 3.8 miles per hour, and I usually do that for around an hour. So here's an important note on stuff like that. When I get done with my 15% incline walk and my treadmill says that I burn 950 calories in an hour, I know that that's not accurate, because not only is the treadmill not accurate in terms of how many calories I can burn in an hour doing whatever I'm doing, but also during the incline, I kind of hold on to the sensors that do the heart rate, right? So I'm not walking myself up a 15% incline for an hour. I've kind of got some support. Now I'm not pulling myself up the whole time. I'm not doing a crazy amount of speed that I can't handle. I'm walking at a normal pace. But even just setting my arms on those sensors to get my heart rate reduces the amount of calories I burn. So I would estimate that that machine is off by a minimum of 25%. And I've made the mistake in the past of calculating all those calories that I think I'm burning on the treadmill and saying, oh, I can eat this much more, when in fact I can't, because those calories aren't accurate. So I try not to depend on the calories I think I burned to get into my deficit in terms of what I eat every day. So that brings us on to the next topic, is what I eat every day. And like I mentioned, I'm currently in a deficit. I try to stay in a deficit right now between 500 and 700, some days even 800 calories, depending on how hungry I am. And that's to lose 1 to 1.5 pounds per week of body weight. Hopefully we're losing body fat and not much muscle, because I eat a very high protein diet and I stay active. I use my muscles. So hopefully when I'm losing weight, I'm not losing muscle. The biggest change recently in the diet that I've made is I've dropped my calories even more than I have in the past. So I'm currently sitting around eating 1,700 to 1,800 calories a day. Now that range isn't perfect every day, and it is a range, so some days are more and some days are less. Some days are a lot less because I'm not as hungry some days, and some days are a lot more. But I would consider that a pretty heavy deficit, especially for my activity level. I don't know how it's going to work in the coming weeks because I've been eating around that range of calories for 3 weeks now, and I've seen a lot of progress, but I don't know how consistent that progress is going to be moving forward. It has been fairly easy to maintain that diet because of the way that I eat. I'm eating mostly low-calorie dense foods, meaning that the foods I eat are very low in calories but have a high volume, take up a lot of space. Because when I eat them, I want them to take up a lot of space inside my stomach so that I am not as hungry. Now, this may sound like some work of mad science, but it's really as easy as eating a lot of spinach, because spinach has virtually no calories in a pound of spinach, and it takes up, have you ever seen a pound of spinach? It's a whole bag. I mean, I couldn't eat a pound of spinach in one sitting. So that's kind of the philosophy behind it. Every week, sit down and I write my new diet plan for the next week because I like to keep things fresh. I like to switch a couple things up. A lot of things I'll keep consistent for a couple weeks and then switch up. But for the most part, my diet is pretty much the same. Alright, so this has been the first videos in the series of Year to Yoked. I know it's a little bit of an unorthodox... Alright, so this has been the first video in the Year to Yoked series. I know it's a little bit of an unorthodox way of doing a vlog, but it's kind of just the format that I've fallen into following. So if you like it, let me know down in the comments, and if you want more interactive live film kind of vlog style, let me know. I'm interested to hear how you think I should be recording my stuff. But before I wrap it up, I want to talk about my progress thus far, because as we move through these Year to Yoked videos, I'm going to keep bringing up pictures of progress as I think I'm making a little bit of progress at a time. Recently I have taken pictures with a gym buddy of mine. We took some progress photos. It's a lot of fun to have somebody to take those photos with, especially if you go to the gym with the same person, which I do. So him and I really motivate each other in the workouts, and we motivate each other in terms of our progress and diet and all kinds of stuff like that. So let's check it out. So I do have a couple pictures that I think I can find from before I started working out or right when I started, or maybe along the way, and I'll try to label those dates. And I'll just run through some comparison photos. Hopefully you see a big change and watching my progress, and hopefully you get to see a lot of progress in the future. In the next couple months, I should be really starting to get a lot leaner, hopefully, if I've now got everything in terms of diet figured out, which is pretty complicated to do, but I'm finally getting it dialed in, so I should be really losing some weight and getting a lot leaner. So I'm really excited to see that or follow that, or maybe not get leaner and have to figure out why. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow, and let me know if you have any questions or comments.
Yeah! That's it. That's all I have.